Hello, and welcome back to another installment of Friday Night Fights. No fisticuffs thrown here with our hands, just with the cards. Bringing this show to you, we have me, Dankus Dad Casting, along with Kodamora, and Dr. Fish on the OP. So, Kodamora, tell us, what do we have on the docket for tonight's matches?
Well, a rare occasion, it's not only a double header, it's a double header with the same two opponents. One for Hero, and then followed up immediately afterwards by a Legacy match. So something a little bit unique, something spicy for your Fridays. Definitely looking forward to it. And I believe they have their bands in. What are the lineups looking like for the first Hero match?
So, looking at it, Laughing Frog has brought Druid, Hunter, Mage, and Shaman. And You Kitten Me has banned Laughing Frog's Shaman. You Kitten Me brought Druid, Mage, Rogue, and Shaman. And Laughing Frog banned Kitten's Druid. So we'll have the Hunter, Mage, and Druid on Laughing Frog's side up against the Druid, Mage, and Rogue on Kitten's side.
Yeah, so, interesting approach. We're seeing some commonalities here, right? The Druid, the Mage, and the Shaman. Of course, the bands make it a little bit different. The variance being Laughing Frog's Hunter versus You Kitten Me's Rogue. Not seeing a lot of Rogues lately, but still a very versatile deck. Very you can go a couple different ways with it. I mean, what are you expecting the brings here?
So, uh, I have a little bird telling me that the rogue is Maestra, but that doesn't help. I think every rogue is running Maestra these days, and lots of good choices. I think that with the shaman ban, I would expect that it is not the mine rogue. I think that
Mhm.
that rogue typically can do well into the shaman. So it is probably going to be something of the boat or thief variety. I would expect going into druid though and hunter and mage that we're going to get the more aggressive version with no
Yeah,
thief package, just Kramatoa, Mr. Smite, hit him hard.
get the boat down, get them ready, and ship them over. Right? Seems
Ship
to
him
be.
over. That's right. Very good.
And
Yeah.
then Hunter. I mean, we know it's going to be Beast Hunter, right? I mean, there's an outside chance that we see some sort of quest hunter thing with 40 cards and 40 life, but I assume it's just the Beast, Go Face, and High Roll. And then from the mage point of view, what do you think from these mages?
I'm gonna walk you back. I want to be on the record predicting that Laughing Frog has brought Quest Hunter. I don't think it's 40
Oh,
cards, but I'm going to be on the record predicting that he brought it.
fair enough. Fair
All right.
enough. You
But
can
for
scoreboard me afterwards.
Yeah, for the mage, it's a tough one. So I would assume personally that the big spell mage is the one that you would see, but I was talking to Geranium last night, trying to learn a little bit more about the hero format, since, as you may know, I'm terrified of Last Hero Standing. And apparently, Mech Mage is a pretty solid in the format. The stats back it up, and it goes very well into the Druid. So I
Mhm.
think that with Kitten banning the Shaman, Kitten could be poised to bring a Mech Mage that might actually be in good position. So I'll predict Big Spell on Frog side, and I'll predict the mechs on Kittens.
Like, I mean, the last Hero Standing format, I mean, does change. It's different than the next series we'll see. Where closed list and you kind of have to win with everything. So I definitely like the Mech Mage. It's consistent. It's fast. It has decent win rates into pretty much majority of the decks out there. So if you're going to bring it, you always have a chance with it. So I definitely think it's a good strategy here. And I think we're going to kick it off here in just the next couple minutes.
Oh, yep. The players are in the menus, getting ready to go. So excellent. So let me ask though now, while we're waiting, prediction time. Who do you think takes the series based on these lineups?
I It's a good one. I'm leaning more towards Laughing Frog. I think the Hunter, regardless of which way it goes, is super consistent and fast. If they're the Mage, you have options with. Rogue is good. Um, is it good enough? I guess is going to be my question. So right now I'm leaning 60-40 towards Laughing Frog.
Well, I think I am the other way. I think that at least my opinion, the rogue is good enough, and I know it's one of the more popular archetypes brought to the Masters Tour. And you know what? I will trust those players who put in the prep and the research because I know I didn't, but that gives
We don't have to.
yes. So we'll see if you kitten me can get there, or if you're right and it's laughing frog. So, and I think first, I'm guessing that we're going to see probably the rogue come out from kitten. Do you think? What do you think? They started.
I
All
see
right,
nothing.
then in we go. Yes, with their. All right, so we have Kitten on the Thief Rogue, it looks like, with the Queen Ashara against a Big Beast Hunter with the early Naga package. So just jumping into the action here, Kitten has the Wild Paw Knoll down to 2 mana, has cracked the disguise, so we can see that, but picks up the Najak Hexen, which is pretty key here. Taking one of those big beasts away from the hunter is usually pretty devastating. So
It,
yeah, it could be a
it
big punish when that comes out.
Yeah, it comes on to if it's timely or not, if they can have an easy way to remove it. But you're right. Typically, if they can steal one, that's all they really need to do. especially if it's the bear.
Yes, the mountain bear is so hard for the hunter to chew through. Well, speaking of mountain bears, Kitten's gonna have a few. Oh no, Kitten opts for the Mida instead, and Noel can take care of the Raj. But there is that Naga's Pride lighting up gold for Laughing Frog, and see a gold card, play a gold card. I learned that in Uldum.
And I am running blind, so just give me a second here. For some reason, my client is not being nice.
Well, if you have a problem with it, you can take it up with Blizzard. But for now, Mida, the Purified Shard, comes down, and or Mida Pure Light comes down, and putting a big life stealer in play complicates the hunter's plans probably more than they would like. But Laughing Frog, of course, responds right away with Pet Collector, gets the Asharan Saber, and trades in all those minions to remove the Mida. Notably, though, with two selective breeders in hand, that Sunken Saber will likely get picked up by Laughing Frog, and we'll see all those beasts come out very soon. Some nice pickups here.
Sounds like a great match.
Yeah, I can't wait till you get to see it. For now, though, Laughing Frog plays the jackpot, gets a Fellfire in the hole and Arcane Overflow, and finds Krakatoa off of the Gone Fishing. So, setting up for another strong turn, uses Knoll and the Dagger to remove Pet Collector, but yeah, both players are going to start doing some powerful stuff very, very soon. I think probably see double Selective Breeder here. Looks like a little bit of a slow turn here from Laughing Frog. So Selective Breeder to grab Sunken Saber. And then another one. No Saber available, but all three large beasts. Laughing Frog opts for the King Crush. Lots of options here for you, Kitten Me. Looks like we're going to see Krakatoa, mate, possibly, or Blood in the Water. Mulling it over just a little bit. So yeah, Krakatoa comes in, sets up the weapon, and clears off the board. But yeah, on the other side of it, lots of options here. Laughing Frog goes for Sunken Saber over the Tavish to find a beast, and it's Hydralodon. Yes. No rush, though, on those heads, so gives you Kitten Me a turn to get things going, and maybe this could be a Fellfire in the... Oh, there's the Shard. Trickster to big
nice.
pickup.
I see games now. This is good.
Here we go.
All right. Now replay everything play by play. Catch me up.
Well, you see it now. You're caught up. The players are slinging cards. Their decks are doing the thing. Leaf Rogue's generating cards, and the Hunter is playing big beasts.
Yeah, and we see the Rogue being at relatively high life this late into it is always a good sign. Gives them the chances. I see life gain on the board, so...
Yeah, Yeah. Kit Me's also got the Krakatoa and the Fellfire in the hole to push some damage, so potentially a lot of good stuff going on here.
We do see Tavish, though. Tavish is good. Mountain Bear, double Revive Pet with the King Crush in hand. All those are good things, but Revive Pet...
It's another Hydralodon here.
Just keep going.
Well, I guess that wasn't even guaranteed because there were 4 beasts in the pool, so...
They always get it, though, right? We've played against Hunter enough. They always get it.
Yep. And there's the Sunken Saber to pull a Mountain Bear. Or a King Crush. That also is available still.
Go ahead and do that now.
Oh, well.
Easy.
Thinking about this, though, that King Crush can go back the other way with Najak. So elects to remove the Mida, but if Laughing Frog had not, that would have represented lethal.
Playing around the playing around the Nijack. Which you
No.
almost have to against Rogue because there's so much randomness, right?
I mean, you should never do it,
No.
but you probably will. All right. And that's got to go face.
He puts him at 5. Does he have a
Yeah.
way to do? Because the danger, though, is that the Crush can easily go back the other way unless you want to trade it off just to kill it, right? Do you run it
Right.
in?
Yeah, you could trade it into Hydralodon. I think jackpotting here to see what you hit is also a reasonable option. You can try to see if you hit like a spell that's good with Swift Scale, and if not, just prep or Swift Scale out the Arcane Overflow. You have good choices. Plus, if you jackpot and hit, say, like Pyroblast or some sort of burn, you could finish off the Hunter. But
Oh,
Kitten, I think, is just going to elect to take the trade, it seems like, and
yep.
then Fellfire in the hole to clean up the board, which works out pretty well too. And gets the Mida. Nice. Nice synergy there. Way to build your deck.
It was planned the whole way. And no comes down. Oh, what do we got? Now the Tavish, if you Tavish, is it enough with the armor? Or do you, I don't think bear is going to be enough, right? I think there's too much of a chance they just remove the bear and then. Oh,
Well, I think it might be the best play, but we'll see. Uh, so one thing that I like here that's pretty hard to beat is to Ashara for the Ring of Tides, just to set up a double Wicked Stab for next turn. That's actually very strong as a lethal setup, but Kitten opts for the Colossal, and of course, it's
it's
Krakatoa.
Krakatoa. Always Krakatoa.
So looks like then could push another 4 damage here. See though how Kitten elects to spend those claws.
I don't think there's any. Like, do you want to spend the claws first so you can take the face damage and then heal afterwards? It's saving 1 health, but it is something.
Yeah, I think that's relevant. I know that for me though, my biggest concern would be making sure that one of those claws goes face.
Yeah.
But we're gonna see the Wicked Stab actually spent this turn. Both claws and the weapon hit.
Ooh.
And yeah, we'll see Laughing Frog set to 2. So not a lot of options here.
I think, yeah, I mean, how, what are you. Tavish puts him to 7.
Yeah, and I don't think there's an out from Tavish plus hand, so I think
I
that
don't think so either.
as long as you Kitten Me navigates these secrets properly, there should not be an out for Laughing Frog.
Yeah. Go. Well, you look like you're one step closer to your prediction being correct. And as normal, I am incorrect, which is the way it should be.
Yeah, but well, no Quest Hunter though, so a little bit sad.
A minor victory. So what do you think the response is going to be?
Well, looking at these lineups, I'm actually not really sure what you would bring here to beat the Boat Rogue. I think I probably would have brought the Hunter. So, little bit difficult here. The Mage is probably the better of the 2 remaining responses if the Druid is ramp. So, we'll see, but we may have a very early sweep here. But let's see what this Druid is. It is Prester.
I like it.
Yes.
This is a deck that didn't do well with me in my playoff match, but I do like this deck. I think it is super fun to play, which is interesting to say in Hearthstone currently. And it just yeah, once it gets going, it's really hard to stop.
Yes, and I played a good bit of it on ladder, and just against any board-based deck, it can really do a number on them. Just that, like almost every deck that exists, it can't really do too well against early boats.
Hmm.
So maybe if you kitten me suspects the pressure, we'll see a prep keep, but it looks like this is shaping up to be a play against ramp and full mulligan from Laughing Frog 2, but
He's
yes, Prester Druid though is just so nice, and unfortunately though for Laughing Frog, you kitten me picked up the Demon Hunter hero power to deal with this peasant.
yeah. You like to get the more of the card draw down, and seeing that. I mean, would you have waited maybe one turn with it just to make sure that I don't know the correct play there. Maybe keeping it for the composting a little bit later.
I think
Trot
that
is good.
I think forcing the rogue to commit to the hero power instead of trading is just nice.
Hmm.
So
Good point.
I like the play there. So get a null discount. Kitten could use the wicked stab to remove the trog. Oh, I don't like this.
That doesn't seem to be the. What would be the benefit here? So if they go for it, what's it's to get null out and then trade into it and have a presence on board, maybe,
Right, you get your 3/4 online a little early. I think personally, I would opt for just taking the hero power into the trog,
and
but
then putting it at one. Yeah,
there's I can see where Kitten Me's coming from with this coin now thinking about it. So tough to
because there's no
say.
big minion. Yeah, I mean, there's no minions coming out early from Laughing Frog that are going to challenge it, right? I mean, it pretty much just runs into it.
Right.
Um,
You do spend your coin though, which is something I don't like to do when I have this, Queen Ashara in hand. You would want to try to coin that out if you can and get your colossal online before Prester shenanigans.
and here I mean, is it looking at mailbox dancer and then decomposting now just to get two for the early card draw?
You need to save that coin, but this draw from Laughing Frog actually is just doesn't seem like a good one because I think that like the play that I would like to see here is hitting the mailbox dancer from You Kitten Me, then using the coin to get blood in the water going.
Hmm.
That's also an option. But yeah, just Laughing Frog does not have a tutor for Prester. And if Prester comes out after turn 5, it's usually very hard for the Prester Druid to keep up with a deck like Rogue.
Yeah, to get going. Him, only but yeah, Moonlit Guidance next turn. Um, is going to spend the Wicked Stab on clearing out the mailbox dancer.
Mm. I think in this matchup, it's not unreasonable. I, you want to be able to play spells to work toward this Ashara, so I think it's okay. And then next turn, you could coin Ashara if you wanted to,
Mm-hmm.
which I think is pretty powerful. Jackpot, very nice. Prep, nice.
Goes for
See the
the
tooth,
teeth.
which, wonder what you kitten me has planned with that.
Right now, you have to go digging, right? So,
I think we need to see the moonlit.
yep,
So an interesting use of SI7 Skulker is to combo it in this deck with Capture Cold Tooth Mine to make
yep.
sure you can land the discount on Prester. One of the synergies that might seem a little unintuitive when you take a look at the deck for the first time, but turns out to be very powerful.
Oh, absolutely. And it's those little things that you find along the way, like keeping starfish till after you get your dragons to make them bigger a turn later. Uh, Double pelican diver here is nice. Um, it's not really proactive, but it's something to keep the board under control. Um,
Yes,
the more turns that go on, the better off you are. And it may be worth composting these once they come up and you can control, the trades.
definitely.
So you're getting the true value out of it.
Oh,
Um,
absolutely. Coin out this Ashara. Come on, kitten me. Let's see it. Let's see some horns. So notably, that 5/5 is not easily taken down by the Pelican Diver.
Oh, here we go.
But first Prester tutor is here, and we will likely see it next turn.
Or is he gonna? He's not gonna discount it now, right? It doesn't discount both of them, does it?
It does preserve cost changes. So here we go. We're going to see this interaction.
You gotta be scrappy with scraps.
And voila, double discount.
Doesn't choose to cast at this turn. Chooses to make sure it gets card draw.
Right, and I don't love this decision here from Laughing Frog because this does delay the Prester once again by another turn.
By turn, yeah.
Nope.
Oh, nope, never mind.
Never punished.
Draws the top end of his deck, the two cards that you're always searching for. Nice.
We have plotted long enough. Now we
And to your point, not getting a shard down a turn earlier, is it going to, be that one turn too late? Did you give, Prester too much time to develop?
I think the answer is yes. I think that too much time has been given. Oh, and
Oh, man. Nothing crazy, but those are some big stats on the board.
there is Xylag, which that's a big problem for Laughing Frog. She's going to have a tough time getting through that, and we'll see if the shark here will hit the Prester or the face. And you Kitten Me elects to bump into the Prester and let Xylag clean it up. Laughing Frog, though, well,
now is the yeah. I mean, what's her play here from a sense of? I mean, you do have Deathwing in hand.
So I think that she'd probably like to avoid playing the Deathwing if possible, but
Nope, just gonna slam it down.
now you have to.
Yeah.
And keeps the Pelican Diver, which is a little unfortunate, but can at least start to rebuild the hand with Guff. And gee, I wonder which card you play here if you are Kitten Me. It might be this Colossal.
But you never know what dragon's going to come next, though, right? Now you have Guff.
Oh yeah, I think though that Kitten probably should also use the Shroud, but oh no, here it comes.
This deck just makes me laugh so much. Yeah, this is a good clear here, and then put down additional value. Playing all the things.
Oh boy.
And they're drawing 2 a turn, so I mean, Contraband, it's good.
Yes. I mean,
But
it's a Zalog. That's something you probably want to use. And we'll see where the claw goes.
try and guarantee face hits either way. Getting 2 damage in by using the weapon.
Yep. No, and Laughing Frog has just found her answer.
Yeah.
It's Murazond. That's wait.
But
wait
no,
a minute.
Doesn't work.
Well, Murazond plays Contraband Stash, which should play another full-size Murazond, I think. Laughing Frog probably ought to have drawn there to see the other card, but yep. And Shroud of Concealment. Pretty reasonable there.
Yeah, definitely draw first. No. Oh, nope, he wants to make sure not to discard. Yeah, not to discard.
Yep, she's going to get this interaction off here. See if she's lucky and hits the 3/6 one. Nope. And innervate, which not going to be able to do too much.
It's not ideal, but that's a lot of stats on the board, and we do see the other, of course.
Well, guess who's coming back?
Yeah, I mean, this is all the golden oldies, all the biggest hits coming back. And from Laughing Frog side, like no one knows what the next cards are going to be, really, right? So it's one of those things that you kind of just have to play as they come up, and 15 is decent health, enough for like one or two more turns at least.
Yeah.
Wild Palm.
Noel can come in and just hit the 8/8 maybe. Put some more damage into that, but I don't think there's anything better here than just slamming another Contraman stash.
This.
Yeah, I like this.
Yeah.
See what the spell is.
Drown is interesting. I mean, it does remove some, but the dragons aren't really a big threat on the board.
Right.
But it is something to kind of just put more stuff in your deck.
We'll see if You Kitten Me likes to use the first flame. Nope. All right.
More draws, not bad. You go lower here so you can, or high. Doesn't really matter.
I think
better
low,
stats, but lower, yeah.
Low could be innervate, but oh boy.
Oh, here we go.
It's not over.
This must be the way.
Oh boy.
Oh no. When I said this is the most fun I've had in Hearthstone in a while, this is the reason why. Like, this is absurd. I love it.
I absolutely loathe this deck. I've played it more than any other deck since the patch this week, but I absolutely loathe it.
Oh, and then Explorer, discovering some stuff.
Yep.
It's...
Oh, look at that, Kazakhstan.
Easy.
And we're gonna be rich. I love me a good brass wing.
Going back up to a healthy 30 life. Seems to be a good turn. Didn't clear the board, but really didn't need to. Got Kazakhstan. All in all, I'd say that's a positive turn for Laughing Frog. Probably
the best turn she could have hoped for, and I don't think Kitten Me really has much of an out anymore. Because making another Xylag just gives the brass wing more fodder. That's still in hand.
Yeah, and they know it's there, right? Because they got it off the Moonlight, so we know that there's another copy there.
Yes.
But it's always scary to leave draw on the board, knowing Kazakhstan can always just be the next card away. Now we know it's in hand, but being able to draw right after playing it and filling up your heart and using those treasures right away. Do see.
Well, light another Drake, which is not one of the better hits. Calicos.
That is a good one. Operative can be good.
Well, Ysera the Dreamer.
Ooh.
Well, one thing I like here is Kazaku-san, Hero Power, Calicos.
Mm-hmm.
Or, Kazaku-san, look for something like Embers of Ragnaros. Then you can play Calicos and, have it cost 0. That's pretty powerful. Book of the Dead, very Seems good easy. Here. I think things are not looking up for You Kitten Me anymore.
Yeah, these aren't the greatest picks. Oh, there we go.
Book of the Dead was there, which just sort of ends the game for the Rogue.
You always like to have extra outs. I'm just trying to see. trying to give hope for the other side. I don't know how much there is at this point, though.
Well, we'll see if that card draw will happen here.
Easy.
And it is Embers. 0 mana Embers of Ragnaros. Come on. Nah.
He doesn't want to waste, she doesn't want to waste the that one 50-50 shot to hit the guy, right? So I think this is the play.
I guess so. Well,
Trying to think, is there any way to get out of this? And I don't think so, but I want to be positive and try to find a line.
well, Scabs puts it off for a turn.
But we don't play Scabs.
Well, Shadowcrafter Scabs.
Oh, okay.
All right. Navigating here around the Embers of Ragnaros. Think leaving the Kazaku-san to chance is a little dicey, but no, we're okay. And
Yeah, this is your Sarah.
well, I think here Laughing Frog's probably trying to see if she has a guaranteed lethal setup.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that I would like probably Draconid Operative to look for Scabs or Shadowcrafter Scabs, since that would present lethal. And Laughing Frog does not know that You Kitten Me has it in their hand. And this is not going to work the way that Laughing Frog is hoping, I don't think. Wait, no. Looked like she was playing the Calicos, but instead she opts for this line. Finds a, well, take the jackpot, right?
You got to at this point. I mean,
Tooth is correct, but jackpot?
you got, yeah. Never fun.
All right.
The problem is that there's a chance to burn, right? If you Scabs, bounce these back, yeah, there's a chance to burn one of the Book of the Deads. Not that it matters, but or the other Ragnaros.
Right. I think Scabs to stay alive is pretty good.
Oh yeah, that's definitely the play. I mean, you have to play it. I'm just trying to think. Ysera costs so much now.
Stick to the shadows.
That's it. There are no more minions.
You don't need any more minions.
No.
Who needs minions to win the game? Caligos.
Kitten will opt to play the Maestra. And there's one Embers, but there is another available. And this is lethal here if the Embers all go face, but I'm guessing that's not what we'll see.
What? Oh yeah. That or you can do Ysera in. Oh no, you have to empty your hand out first. So I'm trying to think of.
Yeah, I think maybe this is the time to test Calicos' waters.
Mm-hmm.
Blackwater Cutlass, though, is also very nice in this spot. So is Shadow Step. Huh. Lots of good ideas.
Yep. Looks the Shadow Step. I mean, Gnomish Army Knife is just safe, right?
Yeah. Sets Laughing Frog back up. Oh, maybe there's not really a way to set up the Tooth of Nefarian, which is a little bit frustrating, I'd imagine, for You Kitten Me. Even on their own minions.
Yeah.
So I think that this lethal next turn from Laughing Frog is pretty unavoidable. But maybe the Psylags are going to change my mind on that.
We still got the 2 Books of the Dead in there, right? So
Right. With the Guff hero power, it's going to be hard not to find those.
Yeah.
Well, removed, but there's Book of the Dead, so that is game if Laughing Frog spots the lethal.
That's a close one. Easy. Oh,
And
nice.
just like that, the Prester Druid takes it.
And the best part about this is we get to see it again.
Yes, it's back, and you kidding
What do you
me?
bring into it? What's your bring? Like what's remaining? What are you bringing up?
Well, Kitten's looking at these bands, I think that Kitten probably just wants to come back with the maybe Kitten's own druid. Hmm. I'm I'm actually a little bit okay. So it would probably be Kitten's shaman then. I think would be coming back. If I had to guess, I think the shaman makes a lot of sense here, and early Murlocs are probably your best bet against Prester.
Yeah, trying to get something to run, and so even if it gets there, it doesn't have enough life to kind of stabilize and allow the RNG to take over. The problem there is like getting the early, Murlocs down. If it's that control shaman that we tend to see, sometimes it just
Oh,
doesn't draw them.
it's not control. I don't think there's going to be any
Okay,
shortage of
good.
Murlocs here.
But that's some big cards. Good to throw those away. You don't want to see
Yeah.
those.
Lushwater Scout, though, I think is exactly what you
Yes.
kidding me wants to see. And Laughing Frog is going to have her work cut out for her if she wants to deal with this early board. But
Yeah, she has the tutor and she has the guff and early peasant. I mean, this is you like to see this start, right?
I think you probably want a little bit more board control, maybe an Innervate too instead of
Mhm.
Guff. But it's a good hand it's surely a good hand. I think though that Swamp Pool Forager into Lushwater Scout seems very reasonable. So
Definitely good curve.
yes. Oh, curious to see what Kitten Me was thinking about coining. Well, it's the Lushwater Scout, which I think is a bit of a risk. And I don't think it's a risk that will always pay off necessarily.
Ooh.
So
Pelican Diver does allow some control on the board, but here, Hero Power and just trading in, you got one card draw out of it, but you don't want to get Murlocs running, so this
right.
seems very easy.
Yeah, I think that's a bit unfortunate there for you Kitten Me, but that option's always going to be available for Laughing Frog, so tough. But Finley's here. Could the hero power be useful? Probably not long term, but Dagger Mastery is serviceable. And ooh, double Skulker.
I like Pelican Diver. Put the skull. Oh, go ahead.
You gotta be scrappy.
Okay.
That's right.
Notably, this shuts off, or this makes Murloc War Leader pretty unappealing.
And we haven't seen the super scary Murlocs yet, right? So this is definitely, building, but we haven't seen anything that's too much to keep under control.
And here we'll see the Skulker Coldtooth Mine, and looks like Laughing Frog is going to be able to get her Prester
Ooh.
online right away. Oh, Firemancer Flurgle. Oof. And that's a problem. It does trade down to the
Yeah.
2/2, but
You're drawing another one though, right? Ooh, silence is
yes.
nice. Silence in hand is very good.
Show these mortals your true forms.
And I think if you're going to offer Laughing Frog, Laughing Frog this board, I think they would take it, right? Like this setup into this matchup.
I think you would hope for a bit of a better start. Being on the play is pretty important. But now, because you're sending in this damage, but now it's going to be a little bit difficult for Laughing Frog to actually, or for you Kit and me to close out the game if Laughing Frog just finds one good dragon like Brasswing. And the game is like Moonlit Guidance could end the game pretty quickly, and I think that would probably be an option I'd favor a little bit more in this spot, but there probably is at least one more turn just for Laughing Frog to take it slow. See, I don't like this play at all.
I don't, yeah, because you can easily just follow up next turn with the Starfish, right? Like to kind of reset everything,
Right,
and then wipe.
Well, the Tide Lost Burrower is very good here. This works out pretty well too. Another Flurgle or a Clownfish. Just pushing the damage. But it just takes one good dragon. And this is all done.
This must be the way.
Well, couple options. That
Yeah,
does find
this is
the
it.
Awakens, and the game is over.
This is it.
Poor you, Sarah.
You don't need two of them anyways.
No.
And playing a minion down's fine, or ramping more mana or draw another. Ramping probably just so you can play more cards.
Yeah,
or maybe just playing the Skulker. I mean, there's a lot of options here.
Ramp it to Cobalt Scalebane seems pretty nice. Sarah, a bit of a threat now, can actually trade. And nothing can stop us a little too late.
There's always Gigafin, right? There's always
not in Shaman.
Well, from off the amalgam, right? Like
no, it's a class
card.
Okay,
it's class. It's class. Right? You're right. I'm wrong.
No, it's that. I feel like that comes up every week.
Good. I'm not the only one.
Everyone wants to discover Gigafin. And just more dredging. Pulling all the cards off the bottom. And Murazon the Infinite. Not bad. Usually is a pretty solid card.
But Drake is just another card, right? Like it's just guaranteed just going through the deck even further. I mean,
just keep cycling. Maybe find something useful.
That's dead. But you do have the Bronze Drake, so you can actually, I think Bronze Explorer, so you can dig and choose your own adventure.
There's also the hero power just to keep plotting through the deck. I think we're going to see a composting setup here, it looks like.
Yeah.
And Raid Boss Onyxia is pretty hard for Murlocs to beat. And the Amalgam of the Deep for anything.
For anything. Could be anything. High rolling is...
Oh, Southeast Scoundrel's a pretty big high roll.
That is. Let's see.
Perfect. Murazond. Murazond is actually loopy.
But then there's Murazond the other way, right? Like
this is better.
It is. I agree. I'm just...
No Murazond here? You could have got composting. Are you kidding me? I would have... the composting plus all of those minions at their full size. I think Muro would have been pretty good in that spot, but
and the challenge is now you know that they have it because you drew it. So it's like
it might be a mind game. Oh no. There's more.
Yeah, that's not going to get any additional value. Drawing cards.
Confine yourself to linear thinking.
And Laughing Frog, I think, will take her time with this, just trying to play low impact cards that can't generate too much reversal. And oh, I think so. I think this was lost with the Acera Awakens, but maybe there was a slim chance that Muro could have saved it. Right.
Yeah, this is.
Laughing Frog can just go face and she'll take it, but maybe stylish Brucon lethal with Draconid operative? No. No, and
No. Whew. Druid.
information preserved. No one will know what random dragons were going to get that done.
So now it's down to Mage.
Yeah.
Okay. So now you don't know what the mage is exactly, but we know what the druid is. I mean, how are you still feeling about your chances? I'm not saying bring that up again, but just hypothetically on your predictions of the outcome of the match.
Well, I think that my prediction from this point has changed pretty substantially. The Prester Druid looks very hard to beat. And I still am expecting mechs. And I think that works out for the mage.
It does.
But
Yep.
I just think that with how Laughing Frog, oh, and it's not mechs. It's looking
Oh,
very
no.
good for Prester if they can just get their combo early. So Laughing Frog will be doing her best to find Prester, and You Kitten Me will be doing his best to pick up the scam and take care of business. Okani's fantastic pickup for Kitten, though.
Yep. Early Pelican Diver.
Comboed with Beaming Sidekick. Very nice.
Now we're just gonna see. A card that I wasn't really thrilled with is just actually really critical at early game.
Yes, it does what you want it to. Capture Cold Tooth there is a big pickup. I would have probably liked saving the Skulker there for turn 4, just because it's so nice, but oh well. Mailbox Dancer is here to make things
to
easy.
offset.
Oh, but Innervate, oh my god.
Oh, never good discounts.
No, that's perfect. Innervate's exactly what you want. So that now you can set up a turn 4 Prester.
Oh yeah, yes. From that point of view, absolutely. I was thinking more from the.
No.
No.
Tragic.
Maybe they know they're drawing it next turn. Maybe that's the big brain play here. That it's the next card. They're going to draw it anyways.
Yeah. She knows something we do not.
Get rid of both the amulets. And next turn, Belinda's coming down, right? So that's something.
Yes. So there's the capture. And that Okani is going to be really good.
Now, really smart not playing the mailbox dancer there then, right? Because at least it may take it off turn, but
Well, that's I think all that You Kitten Me is really looking for. You're never going to just stop the Prester and get the Druid, but just if playing Okani slows things down by one turn, it's such a problem. Maybe though, Laughing Frog has a 1-drop and she can just play around it, so it might make more sense to go for Belinda. But we'll see how You Kitten Me chooses to do things. It's the Okani. Minion counter, probably.
Or the spell to counteract the coin, right? So it kind of almost does the same thing. It turns it off by a turn.
There's 2 coins, so or there's
Oh,
an
yeah.
innervate and a
You're right.
coin.
You're right. Yeah.
So much time.
So it
But-
has to be minion, but Laughing Frog, she can even trade in
Spell.
spell.
Yeah. Kind of hoping that the coin was just a coin that didn't have the innervate, but also drew the 1-drop, so it really didn't matter.
Right, so yep, and with perfect information here. Well,
But it did
the
stop
1-drop test messes things up.
Yeah.
So I think Laughing Frog may have got a little bit ahead of herself there, testing minion first, but let's see she can recover.
Yeah, the question is like you're not going to get the best value out of your draws now, so might as well trade one in, trade both in.
Well, I think that you generally want to save your minions with composting for post Prester.
I agree.
And I think that the turn just isn't getting better from this point. Use the coin. And then probably see